Hello, this is my day 67 video here at UBC, and I'll title this one, A Hungry Fellow. So, today was funny, or I don't want to say funny, the beginning was very funny. I woke up, I had my alarm set for 10ish, because I had my first lecture at 12, but I woke up at 8, and I really need to pee. It's fine, it happens, right? But man, I got out of bed, my eyes were so blurry, I fucking walked into a wall. 8 a.m. I just full on head into the wall. My head didn't hurt that bad, but I was honestly really worried that I made a hole in the wall. It was legitimately concerned the amount of power I delivered. But thankfully it was fine. But yeah, that was something. But yeah, after I used the restroom, went back to bed. Alarm rings at 10, and I'm nuh-uh, I'm not waking up. So I kept snoozing basically until 11:30, which is when gotta go. Got ready. I grabbed myself a breakfast, but it's basically a lunch at that point. And headed over to lecture. I was in a bit of a rush because I kept snoozing my alarm, so I forgot to grab any fruits or fruits for me to eat during lecture. So yeah, I showed up to chem lecture and I don't have anything to eat, which is fine. But yeah, chem lecture starts. It's whatever. I was texting someone about you to have lecture, to be honest, so I didn't pay a crazy amount, but also a crazy amount of attention, but also this lecture didn't really deserve that much attention. I got it. It's just looking at formulas and manipulating them. I don't know. The chemistry professor spends really long periods of time explaining simple concepts or concepts that can be summarized really quickly. But then when it's really complex or it has to do with complex visualization, he flies through it. Which maybe I guess other people visualize things easier so he doesn't spend time on it. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes dealing with molecules is really difficult and he flies through it, but then to show us the standard enthalpy for formation of a molecule is just 0. He spent 30 minutes proving that point. Which I guess yeah, but honestly, you could just tell me that it's 0 and I'd be happy knowing that. I don't care how you got to that calculation. But yeah. And after that, I had my physics lecture. Physics also, A, I did not pay much attention, and B, it was just whatever. We started the second part of the course, which is oscillations and resonance, I think. It's thermodynamics. I think it's called thermodynamics and oscillations. Never mind, my bad. So yeah, oscillations, and basically we just talked about simple harmonic motion, and I've done that in high school physics before, so I knew everything. There was one question that was one clicker question that I didn't get, but it's fine. It's easy enough. I'm sure not paying attention will not turn out to be a bad decision. But yeah, and following that, I had Muay Thai. Muay Thai was okay today. I don't know, it wasn't this was one of the least fun days, I would say, to be honest. I don't know why, it's just practice wasn't as fun. The partners I got paired up with, we circle around or go to random people, and I kept getting a lot of beginners. It's just fine, but it's not as fun. Basically, I can't go high speed because literally they're not ready to take my punches, and whatever. I'll say whatever. I don't feel like complaining about that, but just it was fine. And also, we had a lot of body shots. One of the drills was catching someone's foot, tossing, and as they land, you basically body shot them. So I was getting repeatedly hit in the stomach, which is fine. No one's hitting hard, but my stomach's empty, guys, and I'm flexing my abs, and man, this led to basically me coming back from Muay Thai, and I was starving. I was super hungry. I showered real quickly and I recorded this clip. I am so hungry right now. My stomach is devouring itself. I gotta go eat soon. my stomach was just absolute. It was honestly really hurting at that point. I really need to eat something. And I was ready to go, and then I remembered me and my group were doing a dress rehearsal today. People wanted to see everybody dress up and how they would look, so we can adjust accordingly, I guess. I'm fuck. So like I had to like switch into like my suit kind of, hence why day 66 was recorded me and wearing a suit actually. And yeah, like that cut a bit of my time. So basically I didn't have time for dinner. Like we agreed to meet at 5:45. At 5:40 I was like in the area where we were meeting, so I quickly like went to the dining hall. I got myself a cup of like coffee with hot chocolate, like coffee with hot chocolate, and I mixed it with chocolate milk. And like just a couple of cookies, just something to like calm down my stomach, because it was ready to devour itself, I swear. But I didn't have time to eat, so I'm like, whatever, like problems for later. And I went to meet with my group. So I show up at 5:45. There's only one person there. Okay, whatever. But like, we'll take the time to like find a room to go to. We find a room and like nobody else has shown up. And basically, I'm like, well, what the fuck? And everyone's like, oh, sorry, we thought 6. And basically, 2 other guys show up soon after that. Like they were in the air nearby, I guess. But the other guy, like the last person, shows up at like 6:10. And now, let me tell you, like, I hate complaining about my groupmates, but this really pissed me off. Yesterday, when we were planning on what time to meet, I asked for 6 p.m. I said, guys, anything before 6 is cutting it really close for me. Like, Muay Thai ends at 5, it takes me like 15 minutes to get back, and 15 minutes to shower and like get changed, right? Like 30 minutes, and I know I'll be hungry, so I'll want to eat, right? I asked for 6. When the guy's like, no, like, let's do 5:45. I don't want to do it so late. I'm like, fine, 5:45 is doable for me. And this fucker shows up at 6:10? Like, what the hell? Like, you're messing with my schedule so hard, and like, and then his excuse was like, oh, I thought we were meeting at 6. Which is even worse, because earlier in the group chat, one person confirmed the time, and I said, yes, 5:45 at this place. Like, and that was like early on in the day. Like, I feel really disrespected right now. Like, with that, I'll just move on. Like, rehearse with the group. Only on our final attempt did we make it under 9 minutes. Like, tomorrow, honestly, the only reason I'm recording this video right now and not like later is because I want to make this point right now. I am like 99% sure we will go overtime tomorrow. If we don't, that will be a fucking miracle. Like, this one groupmate that I complained about, like in the day 66 video, he is gonna tank us. Like, I'm sure of that, and just whatever. I don't want to talk about it, but man, like I rehearsed with him for like what, an hour and a half, and like we only made it under like 9 minutes once. Also, like, what is my like? I'm sorry, but I will complain more about my group. 3 of the guys in the group don't own any belts. How? Like, did you show up to university with like 1 pair of underwear as well? Like, I wear a belt 90% of the time, unless I'm wearing sweatpants. But like, that's only for Muay Thai most of. Like right now, I'm sitting here, I'm wearing a belt, right? Like, how do you not have a belt? Especially to a university where you might have formal events where you have to dress up, like this presentation tomorrow, right? Like, I don't know, it's just wild to me. Like, I don't know, like my group is not putting in any effort, apart from one groupmate. One groupmate's like consistently there. He's the same groupmate that agreed to sacrifice his slide just to make things work and flow better. Earlier on today, I said, hey, like, I want to add a bit more content into what I'm saying, because I'm cutting a lot of corners, which could lead to some confusion. I'm like, I need more time to talk about what I wanted to talk, but you guys are taking up all the fucking time. And like, that comment was directed at the person that's speaking really slowly. But this guy, he's like, you know what, it's fine. Honestly, I wanted to cut this down a bit. So basically, he transferred like 20 seconds worth of time to me, which is like just enough to cover what I wanted to cover. Like, great teammate. I love this dude. He's been carrying the entire semester. He's like, I love him a lot. But the other 3 groupmates, I swear, like, pathetic. God, I didn't want to do this. Like, I just edited the day 66 video. I watched it, like, I literally listened to me complain about my groupmate. I'm like, you know what, like, I'll try very hard to avoid this in day 67. But I'm sorry, this was unavoidable. Like, I need to talk about these guys. They're just messing so hard with me. Like, my grade depends on this? Seriously? Like, what the hell? But yeah, after that, I went, finally had like a dinner. I got myself like a big like bowl of like salad with chicken. It was really good. Um, then came back to my dorm. I recorded the day 66 video, like I said earlier, which is why I was in a suit because I hadn't changed yet. Like I was gonna edit the video and like say, and I was saying in the day 66 video, like in 20 minutes I'll like have to figure out a title. So like basically once I stopped like recording the video, I was gonna start editing. Like my friends called me like, "Hey, join us for dinner." And I'm like, you know what? Sure. So I joined them for dinner too. I didn't really eat anything because I had eaten not too long ago. I just got myself like an ice cream, to be honest. And I knew that was a bad idea because we were having dinner at like 8:30 ish, 8:45, and basically I should be eating because dining hall closes at 10. But I wasn't really hungry, and I don't know, just poor decision making. I just didn't eat anything. Yeah, I really should have. Like I knew it would lead to problems later on, but in the moment, I just really wanted to talk with my friends. They want to plan a trip to like go up to Whistler, to like see the area and like rent an Airbnb, just spend like a day or two there, and that sounds really fun. Like they invited me and like, they asked if I'd be down. I said yes, but like I'm also really not unsure about the decision. I said yes, and I really want to go with them, but they want to go this weekend, and I have midterms next weekend. Not what am I saying? Next weekend? Next week? Sorry, like end of next week, right before the weekend. So I really don't know what the best like course of action is. As in, one of them is like, hey, I'm gonna have a lot of fun, but the other one's like, hey, I'm actually gonna be able to study properly, and I should put the effort into it. But I don't know. I also want to have fun with friends. Like that's part of the college experience. No, I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe I can convince them to push it back a week. That'd be optimal. Yeah. And then after dinner, went back to my dorm. I had a bit of a grind session. I worked on a physics and chemistry. I did half of like I did basically like half of a physics assignment and half of chemistry post lab. My grades suffered in both of those. One of like the physics assignment was like multiple choice based, which and like I got one question wrong. Like I got it on the second attempt, but I got one question wrong and that dropped my grade to an 88, which is like, well, for the assignment itself, like I'm sure my overall physics grade barely moved, but still annoying. Like one question wrong, come on, man. And then the second chem post lab, also like I think it's really unfair, but there was like a question. It's like it was a multiple select kind of question, and it asks like which are possible errors in the lab, right? Make perfect sense. And it lists like 4 things, and the 5th option is all of the above. And this is a multiple select kind of question. So 3 of the options I was sure of. The 4th option, I thought it made sense to me. So I knew it was definitely at least 3 of them. I didn't know about the 4th one. So I chose all of the above, and like I got a 0 on that question because I guess it wasn't that 4th option. So it was only the other 3. And like I got like an 80 on that assignment because of that like one question, right? And like, come on, man. It's not like a lack of knowledge because I did understand one thing I was unsure of, and because of the way this question was set up with the all the above option, I get a 0. I don't know, man. Like, what would have been the difference if I had literally physically selected all 5 options? Like, what would have happened there in terms of like grade calculation? Like, I don't know. This is just poorly set up, and I don't feel that it's a good demonstration of my knowledge because I knew what I was talking about, except for one question, which like I could understand 100% why I was wrong. I knew it was like kind of situation, but like you're giving me a 0 on this like multiple select question, and you're not seeing the knowledge I actually possess. I don't know. Does that make sense? whatever, just aggravating because like my grade in chemistry, like with the Excel sheet I'm calculating it, it's like an 88 now because like my lab grade dropped, so my overall grade dropped as well. I don't know, that does not make me happy in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, after that I was like not feeling it, so I texted my older brother if he wanted to play Fortnite. He said yeah, so I'm like, yeah, sure, let's play. We played for a couple hours. It was fine. Honestly, I don't think it improved my mood, but just played and that was it. Um, then like at 12:30, I'm like, yeah, okay, I think I'll head to bed, ish. Apologies. But then I'm like, crap, I'm hungry. Like while playing Fortnite, I was like getting hungry, and like I'm like, wow, I'm really hungry. um, and actually, I don't know how sad this is gonna be. But like a few days ago, I also got hungry at night, and like I don't have any snacks in my room right now. Um, so I just kind of like drank the honey straight out of the bottle, like a wide waterfall of it. I think it was a good snack. Like I had like a couple mouthfuls of honey. Honey's healthy, right? There's some like antibacterial properties, right? Actually, fun fact, it absolutely does, especially Manuka honey. I did a like experiment in my epidemiology course in high school, and we like created a circle. We covered a paper towel in Manuka honey, and like we placed it in a culture of bacteria, and like 2 days later, you could see like a ring around the culture of like where basically all the bacteria was dead and it was like clean, I guess. Sanitize? That's not sanitized, not clean. Safe? No, I don't know. But basically, it was like severely a lot less bacteria. And then like 5 days later, it was even cooler. The ring had shrunk, so you had the outermost ring of like just pure like bacteria colony, like bacteria culture growing. Then you had like a secondary ring where originally it was nothing, but now bacteria was growing. And then you had the third like smallest ring around the paper towel where there was still like no bacteria at all. It was pretty cool. But so yeah, honey does absolutely have antibacterial properties. I would not trust it to like sanitize scalpels and before medical procedures, or like if I have an open cut, I'm not gonna be putting honey on it. But still pretty cool to know. But yeah, so I ate honey, but I did not really want to do that again. Well, I just realized that was a big tangent. Like finally circle back around to like where I was. Um, so I'm like, the question was to eat or not to eat. And well, this clip will prove my choice. I'm out here going for that midnight adventure. We got the munchies, you know? So I went to A&W. I got there and like, it was time to order and like, I'm looking at what I want to get. The teen burger is my personal favorite. It tastes amazing. It's like really juicy and everything. Like a great mix of flavors. But it's also the most expensive. It's like $9 just for the burger and then like $15 for the meal, which is a lot. So I instead got like the cheapest option available, which is the Buddy Burger. I got 3 of those. They're like $2.90 each. So like basically 3 burgers for the price of 1. And yeah, I grabbed them, like came back to my dorm and recorded this clip. This is about to be so good. It's gonna be bussin'. So I was really excited to eat them, especially because like in the store. What is it? It's not a shop or well, it is a store, is it not? In the fast food, in the restaurant. Yeah, in the restaurant, whatever. Sorry, I need to get some sleep. It's late. In the restaurant, I took a bite out of like one of them, like a couple bites out of one of them because I was really hungry. Just like calm myself down a bit, and it was really, really good. So I was super, super excited to eat them. So like I like tear apart the rest of the first one, then like I eat the second burger. By the end of the second burger, I'm like, this tastes kind of like not that great. And the third burger, not gonna lie, like I was no longer as hungry, and I was like, yeah, there's a reason this burger costs like at $2.90. Like the mix of flavors is pretty bad. But I mean, I still ate it, of course, and I ate 3 burgers for $9, right? I think that's, in terms of price, that's really good, but in terms of like enjoyment of the experience, maybe not so much. But hey, I'm satiated now. I can go to bed a happy person. So it was a fun experience. Walking at night alone on campus was kind of stressful. Like I was hyper aware of my surroundings, and that really drained me of energy. Oh, I wasn't too tired, but by the time I got back to my dorm, my energy levels had plummeted. But then I ate a bit of the food, which made them go back up, and now they're back down. So, yeah, like my body's crashing. I'm like, but I finished the video. I'm gonna just go straight to bed. But yeah, so that was that. Hence, like the title of the video, kind of like I've been hungry all day. Honestly, with that, like I've talked about everything I want to talk about. I'm pretty sure I said this earlier on, but the number one reason I really wanted to record this video right now, rather than tomorrow, is just to say that I'm sure we will go over 9 minutes tomorrow. It will be a miracle if we don't. So yeah. Also, I'm doing a fairly big disservice to my group by like being up so late right now, because it's tomorrow morning and it's 2 a.m. right now. Like I should be sleeping, being fully rested for the presentation tomorrow. Instead, I'm probably gonna look dead. But like, it's fine. I'll have some coffee in the morning. It'll do the trick. It's a joke. I won't look dead. I know how to like get myself together for 9 minutes of presentation. Yeah. With that, I'm done. I've rambled a lot this video. I'm pretty sure. I have no idea how long it is, but I'd be surprised if it's short. Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of rambling, a lot of yapping. I'm fluent in Japanese now, so that's good. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I don't know. I'll see you guys in my next one. I hope you guys are doing good. Bye bye.